Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of the Wax Pack Flashback brought to you by the Retro Network. Today, I am going back in time to 1992 to my favorite year of baseball cards ever. And I'm opening this pack of Topps Baseball 1992. Let me give you a quick story of why this is my favorite year ever. This was in the heyday of my baseball card trading days. I had a couple friends lived on the same road I did, and all we done all summer was trade cards: baseball, basketball, football, non-sports cards, whatever. It was a everyday thing. Well, it's at least 5 days a week in that summer. We would be sitting around on one of our porches with price guides, Tough Stuff Beckett and the like. Would have our card books out. Somebody would go to the store and bring a new pack of cards, and they'd open them and we'd watch, or I'd open them and they'd watch. And we was always hunting for a fortune. Unfortunately, on our budgets, we thought we were a big deal if we had cards worth 50 cents, a dollar, whatever. And it was just trading all day long. We used to have an auction every week. We had some other kids who would come over. Now, I want to explain this right quick. What we would do is everybody would bring some cards they wanted to put up for auction. Okay, and we'd sit in a circle and go around. So if it was my turn, I may pull out I don't know, a Bo Jackson rookie card. I never had one, but let's just say I had a Bo Jackson rookie card, and it was worth at that time like $4. I think I remember. Everybody had to bid something in cards. So if you didn't want it, you would just bid like, here's a common whatever. That's my bid. But it was kind of like a blind bid thing. Everybody would kind of turn around, look through their book, and figure out what they wanted to bid for it, and then present their things like, I'll give you this Kirby Puckett card and this Mike Schmidt card and this whatever for it. And then if you put it up for auction, you had to take one of the deals. You couldn't say, yeah, nah. So you're really running the risk of losing something good for not something good in return. But most of the time, for most people, it worked out that they got a good value. And we just all traded the same cards back and forth to each other all summer long. But anyway, that's why this is my favorite pack of cards. I'm so excited. I've not opened a pack of these since way back then. This was the year Topps introduced the gold cards. I really hope I get a gold card out of this. So let's see what I actually get. Alrighty, 1992 Topps baseball cards. Whew, man, you can see the back through the pack here. It's a cello pack. 15 picture cards. Topps Match the Stats game. Win a $100,000 card show buying spree or special Topps gold cards, series cards. Man, those gold cards were big deals when they come out back in the day. This is for a free game card and rules. Send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Topps game card request. So I guess we'll get more. I'm not sure if there were other inserts in these packs. I do not believe they were. And you know what? I do not have anything to scratch this card with. So hang tight. And I'm back with a dime, because I know this has a scratch-off thing in it. I remember that. So I want to be able to scratch it off. See if I would have won back in the day. Hell, if I win, I may send it to them anyway and see if they'll still send me something. Gosh, these cards are awesome. Get all these cards flipped over here. Alright, so the match and win game, I remember it was, you begin scratching spots up here. If you get 3 stats to match the winning stack at the right before you get an out, then you're a winner. And the stat we're trying to match says winning stat. All-time home run champ Hank Aaron had his season high in 1971 with 47 home runs. So I have to randomly pick circles to scratch here and find all 3 of the 47 stat before I get an out. If I get an out, game over. Or do you have to get 3 outs before you get an out? No. So okay, let's see. I'm going right here first, and I'm out. I can't really scratch it and you see it at the same time. But I got an out, so I'm not a winner. Out. Well, there was a stat. Out. There was a stat. Out. Out. And there was a stat. So now there was also instant win if you select the correct spots, which I did not. But if I had of, I would have won. I would have won a 10-pack of Topps Gold cards back in the day. Bonus offer if you collect 100 runs. Ooh, there's 10 runs. So 10 of those, and I could have won. Well, no, that enabled you for a special price of $1.25 to receive 10 gold cards. So it's pretty good. So now, let's see what cards we actually got though in this set. Gosh, I love these cards. These are good looking cards, right? They got the nice border. A lot of times those borders change based on the team colors. You got the name with a little shadow effect down here in this box. You got the team name. And this is a Dave Righetti card. Nice profile shot. But I like the backs of these. Well, this one's not a good example. A lot of these cards back then down here in the bottom had a panoramic shot of the stadium, which is just really cool looking. And this is Dave Righetti, pitcher for the San Francisco Giants. Dave Righetti was a pretty good pitcher back then. Pick all these up here. Scott Radinsky of the White Sox. Now, you know, we're really hoping we get a gold card in this set. Oh, okay, here's one I was telling you about. It's got that panoramic view of Comiskey Park there. That is just good looking. The colors on the backs of these cards, everything about them, they got that nice little sheen, but they're not overdone. Topps Major League Draft Pick, Scott Stajovic. I do not remember Scott Stajovic. It's got his college stats there. Preseason All-American. Played at Creighton University. I don't think he went on to be any kind of big star. Ooh, Pedro Guerrero. Man. You know, Pedro was one of those names you remember, but wasn't a huge star. But I was a big Pedro Guerrero fan for whatever reason. It might be my MVP if I don't get a gold card. Kenny Rogers, one of the best names in baseball. Pitcher for the Texas Rangers. Ooh, 1992 draft pick, Brian Taylor. Holy smokes. Okay, this is my MVP so far. Brian Taylor was a highly touted draft pick. Competing in the Seashell Tournament in 1988, timed at 93 miles an hour in his sophomore season at East Carteret High School. Wow. Increased to 98 as a senior. Pitched 2 consecutive no-hitters in 1991 and was selected as USA Today High School Player of the Year. In high school, he ran 100 meters in 10.8 seconds from a standing start. The reason this card holds a lot of value with me was the 1992 Topps Stadium Club. It was this Brian Taylor card and the Chipper Jones card that were very, very, very sought after. People thought this Brian Taylor was going to be a phenom. Well, he kind of was a phenom, but he didn't go on to have a Hall of Fame career. But right now, sorry, Pedro, but that's going to replace as my MVP of the pack. Wow, Dave Henderson. Oakland A's were hot back then. Everybody liked the A's, including me. I thought it was going to be a Ricky Henderson when I seen his name in the Athletics. B.J. Surhoff. Man, my pack is full of people that I remember back then watching baseball games. Terry Leach. Certainly remember Mr. Leach playing for the Minnesota Twins. Great sidearm pitcher. Eric Hansen from the Mariners. The old Mariners logo there. Mike Greenwell from the Red Sox. I'm a pretty big Red Sox fan these days. Felix Jose. And these cards are just gorgeous. Oh, wow. Look, Busch Stadium. Been lucky enough to be there, Noah. Roberto Alomar. Man, another good card. I'm just loading up with the stars here. Sky Dome in Toronto. I love those stadium shots. Tom Reynolds, manager of the Expos. Yeah, not for long. Mike Morgan of the Dodgers. Oh, that's my last card. Daggone it. Oh, and no shot of Dodger Stadium. Oh, well, man, I love these cards. I could talk for hours about the memories of this year, but this Brian Taylor 1992 draft pick, I'm going to have to look this up. This actually probably has a little value to it. And I mean, probably very little, but you know what I mean. It's not like a common nickel common card. It's probably somewhere in the dollar range, maybe. Or it could be more. I've not looked at baseball card values in years and years and years. Man, this is such a great pack. It'll be hard for anything to top the memories of that summer of 1992, trading those cards. And when it comes to gold cards, I had bought, the Twins won the World Series in 91. They were my favorite team. I had went to a flea market, and some dealer had a small card book, the kind that had the 4 spots per page, and it was full of the entire Minnesota Twins team cards from 1992 Topps, all the gold card versions. I got it for $10 back then. I wish I knew what happened to it. I don't. That was one of my prized collections for years, having all those Twins cards, in the gold card version. But all right, so head over to the retronetwork.com for written features, and it's where you keep tabs on everything we got going on with the Retro Network, the podcast, all our other podcasts like the House Show and Wizards and Sequel Quest. And you're already most likely subscribed here on YouTube, but hit that little like button and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of when new videos drop, including the new Jay Plays mobile game review series that Jason is doing. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, and we'll see you next week.
This has been a presentation of the Retro Network. For more great retro pop culture content, including podcasts, videos, and articles, visit www.theretronetwork.com.